Get things started here for the Jags. We've got Brecken, Landon, Grayson out here with Abby, Joe, and Silas on the back end. Puck dropped here, one over to the near boards. Brecken pushes it forward into the mountain select zone. They come back up. Abby Joe holds it at the line, comes over. Oh, Grayson couldn't quite hold it there. Landon holds him up, gets him off of the puck at center ice. Still back checking. They come in. They can't get a shot off. Silas pushes them out there. Puck comes to the line, but not out. Now it comes around behind the net. Abby Joe had it, loses it. They chip it out. Comes to Brecken on the near boards. He comes to Landon. Oh, they smack it back in before he could get out. Abby Joe picks it up there, does a little board turn to avoid the pressure. Comes up to the point, and they throw it in deep. Silas chasing behind the net. It's on the far boards now. They push it into the middle. Puck comes out of the zone now. Mountain Selects trying to regroup Brecken pressuring him there. They come into the zone. Tack gets his leg in the way of that shot. Puck to Silas. He chips it up and out of the zone. Hardy coming in hot on that forecheck. Pressures him into an errant pass. Puck comes to the line. Dean gets it there, fires a shot in. Goalie grabs it with their glove for a whistle. Hardy in here to take this face off with Dean and Emmett out there with Tommy and Tack on the back end here. There to the left of the goaltender. Hardy wins it back to Tommy. He shoots it, tipped just in front, but wide of the net off the goaltender's leg pad there. Mountain Selects. Ooh, they lose a edge in the corner there. Dean picks the puck off, fires a shot in. Grab with the glove for a whistle. Going to do it all again here to the left of the Mountain Selects goaltender. Puck pushed over to the boards there. Mountain Selects throws it around behind the net. Emmett pressuring him over there. He gets the puck, trying to keep it in, but now they pick it off. They throw it up to the other side of the ice. Tack over there disrupts them momentarily. Now they come around and in. They pass it up out in front. It is in front and covered up by Jackson. We got Beckett, James, and Caden out here now, taking this face off deep in the Jag zone. Mountain Selects wins it. They push it across. Miko's able to do a stick lift, so the puck goes innocently into the corner. He gets it there, clears it out of the zone. That's going to come past the D. No icing on the goaltender, and they cover it up for a whistle. Good pressure there by Beckett to force that whistle. Beckett in here to take this face off to the right of the Mountain Selects goaltender here. And he wins that right over to James. James throws it around behind the net. Caden's over there working on the puck. Throws it into the middle. Miko races over, holds it at the line, gets it in, fires a shot in, but it's blocked aside by some skates. Mountain Selects gets it on the near boards. They are able to get it out. Miko gets it back up to James. James throws it in deep. He's going hard on the forecheck. Mountain Selects goes around the other side. Caden picks it off there. Comes up to Abby Joe. Abby Joe gets a shot deflected. Oh, up, but just wide of the net there. Mountain Selects is trying to stretch press across the ice, and they kick it forward. Abby Joe pressuring them into the corner. Beckett's able to pick that up. Oh, he pushed it a little too far out front, but he pitchforks it up the boards, but Caden trying to get to it, can't. Mountain Selects passes across. Miko picks that off. He sees a lane. He's just going to skate through the red line. Then he's picked up off the puck. Mountain Selects coming in. Silas has got him, pushes him wide. They get a shot that bounces around off of some feet and in on Jackson for a whistle. Puck's going to be dropped deep in the Jag zone to the left of Jackson here. We got Landon, Brecken, and Grayson out there with Tack and Silas on the back end. Puck comes over to the near boards there. It comes back. Landon picks it up there, throws it up to Silas. He's battling. Gets it to Brecken. Brecken to Silas. Out of the zone. Silas pushes it in deep. He comes around. He's got Grayson with him. He throws it up front. Oh! Grayson could not get to it there, though. Mountain Selects turns around. They're coming in. Tack pushes them wide. They come in. They get a shot. Good leg pad save by Jackson there. Tack comes up, and he throws it into the neutral zone. Mountain Selects regrouping there. They throw the puck up this near boards. Landon disrupts it momentarily. Now they enter the zone. They pass across. Good stick there by Tack to disrupt that shot. Puck behind the net. Mountain Selects picks it up there. They're coming around. And another good stick by Tack. Now they get a shot. Puck bouncing around in front. They can't get to it. Landon's able to pick it up clean. He's going. He's got Brecken and Grayson with him. Oh, he enters the zone and loses the puck. We got a 2-on-1 developing for Mountain Selects, but they pass it into the corner. Good job by Tack pressuring that puck there. Mountain Selects pushes it up to Grayson. He throws it up to the line, but not out. Now they throw it in deep. Silas in, gets to the puck, but they throw it toward the net, and Jackson covers that up for a whistle. Hardy in here taking this face off, wins it over to Abby Joe in the corner. She does a board turn, gets it up to Emmett. He's taken down as he was trying to clear the zone. Puck back to Tommy. He goes to the far side. He is ridden into the boards, and there's a battle. Now Hardy comes in, chips that puck to the line, but not out. Mount Select's coming around. Abby Joe pushes them into the half boards. They throw it into the middle. Tommy there. He gets it up to Emmett. Emmett ships it up to Hardy. We got a one-on-one coming. Hardy fires and scores! Nice job picking that corner. Puck went over here to Emmett. Emmett tried pushing it forward. Battle ensues. Now Hardy's able to get it into the zone. He comes across, passes into the front. Oh, Dean had his stick tied up, could not get the point blank shot off. Mount Select's coming up. Tommy pushes him wide. They tried throwing the puck into the middle, but couldn't get it there. Now they throw it up to their D. Their D comes in. They fire it wide into the near corner here. Hardy pressures them there. Now they throw it around behind. Abby Joe picks it up there. She chips it up to Dean. Dean battling, gets some support from Abby Joe now. They're battling on the half boards. Mountain Selects tries throwing it into the middle. Good stick by Tommy. Now it's chipped up. Dean's able to tip it out of the zone. Mountain Selects recovers there. Oh, they turn it over to Emmett. He's right into the middle, drops it for Dean. Oh, Dean couldn't get a shot off. It goes wide of the net. Emmett battling in the corner here. And now Mountain Selects comes away with it. They move it up the far boards there. They push it across into the middle. It's tipped off of his stick. Hardy picks it up there and dumps it in deep so we can get a line change. Puck comes around behind the net. Pressure there by Caden. Now Beckett. And puck comes up. Oh, it slides by Mika. We got a 3-on-1. And Jackson gets his head on that one, so it goes up and over the net. James pushing that puck up the near boards. Oh, he's going in hard with Beckett. Mount Selects throws the puck to the line. Miko holds it. He shoots it in. Oh, goaltender held that. James was there for any rebound. Beckett wins that puck over to Caden. Caden comes up. Silas is able to hold it, but not get a shot off. Now Mountain Selects chips it out. Silas picks their pocket at the blue line. Now James is battling him. Silas pushes the puck up. James advances it into the zone, but it went right by the D, so no icing. Mountain Selects throws it up the far boards. Good pinch there by Tommy. He gets it in. Beckett fires a shot, but it goes just wide. Mountain Selects is going to try the near side. Beckett's there too. He pushes it deep into the corner. Caden battling in there. He gets some support from Beckett. And puck comes behind the net. Mountain Selects does a little board turn to avoid some pressure. Caden's still pressuring him. Silas pinches in deep to hold that. He takes it in, gets it over to Beckett. Beckett backhands it. It comes to Silas. Silas comes across to Tommy. Tommy has a minute. He skates in. Now he shoots it. Puck loose. Oh, goaltender covered that up. Landon in here to take this face-off deep in the Mountain Select zone to the left of their goaltender. It kicked over to the boards. They throw it up the half wall. Now they come across. They get a headman streaking. Abby Joe's back. She pushes them wide. They get a shot in. Jackson covers that up for the whistle. Buck's deep in the Jag zone to the right of Jackson now. Puck one over to the boards. Mountain Selects picks it up there. Tack pressuring them behind the net. They go down. Mountain Selects picks it up. They throw it in front. They get a shot, but it's off of Jackson's arm and then the crossbar and over. They throw it up to their D on the far side. They try coming across. Picked off perfectly by Brecken. He pushes it up, but he's tracked down. They throw it up. Grayson picks that pass off. Comes in, gets it to Brecken. Brecken tried getting it into the middle, but couldn't. Mountain Selects D is active. They're coming up. They are pushed wide by Abby Joe. They get a shot in off of Jackson's leg pad. Now it comes up, and no one covering their point as the D was active. They chip it up. They come back into the zone. Nico there. They throw it in. Oh! Rebound out front, and they finish that off. Hardy in here to take this face off at center ice. He wins it cleanly back to Miko. Miko chips that off the boards to Emmett. Mount Selects gets involved. Now they take it to the blue line, but they can't get it in. Miko sees a lane. He takes it up. He's coming around, gets it into the zone, but Mount Selects pushes it right back out. Silas picks it up there. He gains the red line, comes in, goes through one, but then he's taken off the puck. Dean gets it, fires a shot, and the goaltender grabs that with their glove. Hardy taking this face off deep in the Mountain Select zone. They push the puck to the boards, then up to the top. Silas pushes it back in there. Dean battling there. Puck back up. Down low again. Dean pressures them. They go around behind the net. Emmett in this near boards corner here. They try and come up, but Hardy cuts it off. Puck to the line. Silas gets it there. Backhands it deep and low. Dean gets it there. Tries coming up to Hardy, but it's picked off. Now it comes to the line and out. Miko grabs it. Throws it back in, but we were just offsides. Calling it intentional offside, so Beckett's going to take this face off at center ice. And Mountain Selects ends up coming away with it. They come into the zone. Tack gets a stick on it. Gets it to Caden. Caden to Beckett. Beckett kicks it out of the zone. Puck comes in. Tommy picks it off as they enter. He sees the lane, so he's skating through. He punches it up to Caden. Caden into the zone. Loses the puck. Now he picks it up. He's battling. Beckett comes in to support. and he's able to get it. He tried pushing it up to the D. Now Tommy's able to get it. Comes over to James. James gets a backhander. Toe saved by the goaltender. Puck up to the line. Tack gets it there. Dumps it in deep. James picks it up there. Has a minute. Oh, tried chipping it in front. Couldn't the first time. Now he gets it up top. Beckett with a backhander. Mountain Selects kicks that up to their center. They come out. Tommy stands him up at the red line, not even the blue line. James is able to backhand that in deep. Beckett and James hard on the forecheck here. Mountain Selects pushes it up again. They've got a 3-on-2, but now it develops into a 2-on-3. Puck into the middle. Tommy grabs it there. Tack tried to get it out, but it's picked off. They pass across. They chip that shot wide of the net. Tommy pressuring them there. They're going to kick it all the way around to the far side now. Tack pressuring them. Oh, they come across to the back door again. Couldn't get a stick on that. Tommy into the corner, working on it, gets it to James. James cleared it up, but not out. Off a Tack's stick, now back in front again. Beckett gets it. He chips it up, not out, though. Puck comes back around behind. Tommy's going back to work in this near corner here. He's working hard. Beckett comes in. Beckett gets it, throws it up, and out of the zone off of their stick. So they're forced to regroup here in the neutral zone. They chip it up these near boards. They re-enter, and that's the end of the first. Brecken, Landon, Grayson in here. Abby, Joe, and Silas on the back end here. Refs getting everybody aligned properly. Puck push forward. Mountain Selects picks it up, though. They go back to their D. They regroup. They're trying to stretch pass up to the far side. They gain the red line and throw it in deep. Silas getting pressured here by a couple of players. He gets it up towards Grayson, but not out of the zone. Back to Grayson. Mountain Selects is trying to hold that line. They can't. Grayson chips it up and out of the zone. Mountain Selects comes back around. They have a headman pass. They're in. They pull up to get a shot off. Good blocker save there by Jackson. Puck comes around. Landon battling to get it out. Now Silas is able to get it out. It tipped off of the Mountain Selects player, so we have no icing. Brecken battling hard into the corner. He gets it, throws it out front, couldn't connect with Grayson. Now he comes around the near side, chips it up to Silas. Silas throws it into the middle to himself, gets it there. Grayson with it. Point blank shot, but the goal is up for the task. Hardy in here to take this face-off, wins that over to Dean. Dean comes back to Tommy. Tommy to Hardy. Back into Dean. Now Mountain Selects picks it up behind the net. They push it up, and it goes past Miko. They wave off the icing because they say Miko could have played it, but now it comes around to the near corner here to Tommy. Tommy pushes that up to Dean. Dean chips it around just out in front of Emmett. Mountain Selects has to hustle to get there. Good pressure by Emmett. Nice forecheck. Puck comes right over to Dean. Dean into the middle. Oh, Mountain Selects picks that up. Now they push it forward. Hardy gets it there. He turns, moves it up these near boards now. Comes across, comes back into the zone, skates around one. Now he gets a pass over to Dean. Dean gains his zone, comes across to Emmett, but he couldn't connect. Hardy working hard on that back check. Mountain Selects in all alone. They misfire on that. Hardy comes into the corner, rides him off the puck, and gets it out of the zone. Mountain Selects pushes that up. Emmett picks it off as they tried coming up to the wing, but a second effort gets it up there. Mikko holds him up. They're coming across. Whew, kicked or deflected up to the point. They had somebody on the back door open there. Now puck behind the net to Mikko. Mikko comes around to his near boards, chips that up to Dean. Dean gets it here. He gets around one, swarmed by three. They reverse it. Tommy chips it off their stick, but they have another player coming in. They fire it. Jackson, it was loose. Now it's loose again. Mount Selects comes in. Another save by Jackson. They got somebody chopping on Jackson's leg there. Back it in here, wins that puck back to Silas, deep in the Jag zone. He comes around behind the net, chips it up to Caden. Caden to Beckett out of the zone. He pushes it forward, but he's taken down for his effort. Caden coming on hard, pressures him into a pass behind the net. They chip it up, picked up there by Silas, comes around one. James couldn't advance it. Now Mount Selects pushes it back to this near side tack, pressuring him there. Holds him up enough for Beckett to come back. Puck to Silas, and they chip it out of the zone. Mountain Selects regrouping here. They push it up these near boards. Tack tries to take him wide. He does. Beckett comes in to support, drives him off of the puck. Puck comes up. Caden's got it. Oh, can't get it out of the zone. Mountain Selects pushes it back in deep. Good pressure by Beckett. Tack comes in, gets the puck. Mountain Selects pushes it into the middle. They have it. Jackson covers that shot up with his arm and for the whistle. Puck's going to be dropped deep in the Jag zone to the left of Jackson, and Mountain Selects wins it cleanly back. Oh, they shoot it, and it's tipped, but just wide of the net. Grayson picks it up there, and he's battling to get it out, get some help from Abby Joe. And the battle is right here on the blue line. It comes out. Now they take it back in. They pass it up. They come in. Good stick save there by Jackson. Puck into the near corner again. They're battling, but Abby Joe wins that battle. She chips it up to Grayson. Grayson tried chipping it out. Abby Joe back on it. She's going to go ahead and reverse it up to the far side. Brecken couldn't quite get it. Mount Selects throws it in wide. Mikko picks it up there. He's going around behind the net. He looks up. Now he's able to chip it out of the zone. Mountain Selects with it here. They're looking for a pass. They get around Brecken. They come in. Mikko pushes them wide. Now they lose the puck in their skates. Second player picks it up. Jackson gets that puck and covers it up. Hardy in here to take this face off deep in the Jag zone to the left of Jackson. It is one back to their defense, to Mountain Select's defense, but we are able to clear the zone. They're riding the line. Everybody gets on sides. They throw it in deep. Tommy's going to follow it around behind the net, and he chips it up, but doesn't get it all the way up to Dean. Puck back in here to attack behind the net. Now Hardy picks it up back there. He skates around the net. He comes over to this near side. He goes around one. Now he's out of the zone, but they pick it off. And they come in. We got a 2-on-2 developing. They're waiting for the third man in. And puck comes over. Tech picks that up. He is battling, but loses it to the second player. They throw it up. It goes to their D at the line. They come in. They get a shot. It's tipped. Tommy gets a stick on it, gets it up to Hardy. We got numbers. He gets it up to Dean, off of Dean's stick, but it goes behind the net. Dean with it here. He tried kicking it out, but Mountain Selects pushes it deep into the corner. They're coming up. They tried to clear, but they couldn't. Tommy gets it there. He skates in, pushed it wide, comes in. The player goes down. Now he's got it on his backhand, but couldn't get his shot off. Mountain Selects is coming up the near corner here. Hardy's dropped back. Good back check there by Emmett to disrupt that play. Hardy comes across. Hook wide. Oh, great job by Emmett to save that goal. And the puck comes all the way around, and it's going to go out, but it's tipped, so no icing. Mountain Selects D's getting ahead of steam as they come around the world, and they get across the red line. They're coming in. They try and get a shot, but they misfire. Miko chips it into the near corner here. Silas battling there. Puck comes out. Mountain Selects is able to just hammer that in from the doorstep. Puck dropped here. Beckett wins that over. Caden comes in. Oh, he came into the middle. Gets a shot off, but it's into some legs. Mountain Selects pushes it up the far boards. They skate into the middle. They gain the zone, hold up. They pass it across. Caden with it there. He comes up these near boards. He gets into the zone, pushes the puck into the corner. Mountain Selects picks it up there. They turn around. Good pressure by James. They come up to the line. Good hold by Beckett. Now Mountain Selects is walking the line. They get it out. Good pick by Silas. He comes into the zone, holds up, passes into James. James gets a shot off. Still loose. Beckett coming in. Couldn't get a clean shot off. Mountain Selects picks it up, and they throw it all the way up. Tip. Jackson throws it into the corner there. Mountain Selects around. They try the near side, but it goes over the net. Silas picks it up there, passes it up to Caden. Caden gets it up, out. They are hammering away like they're chopping wood on his stick. Caden comes across, fires it. Oh! Dropped in just over the net. The Jags are going to get a power play here. I guess he was chopping a little too much lumber. Puck in here. Landon pushes that over into the center. Gets a shot off, but he falls down as he's firing it as they body him. Puck comes up to Tommy. Tommy turns, does a little dance, gets it down to Landon. Landon, fired it, but it's wide and across the crease. Mountain Selects is able to clear it out past Abby Joe. Tommy's hustling after that puck. He gets it there. He passes up. It goes past Abby Joe, past Grayson. Mountain Selects picks it up there. Brecken pressuring him. Landon picks that up, gets it over to Brecken. Brecken battling through. Tried getting it over to Grayson. Oh, Mountain Selects clears the zone. Puck comes down. Tommy picks it up there, comes up these near boards. Puck into the middle. Abby Joe's going after, but Mountain Selects chips it into the Jags bench. Hardy in here taking this face off. He couldn't quite get it. Mount Selects kicks it back to their D. They push it up these near boards. They get it out of the zone. They go past Tack. Hardy's back there, hustles after it, picks it up behind our net. We got 15 seconds left. Hardy's racing through. He gets around most of them. Comes in, tried splitting the D, but couldn't. Mount Selects throws it up out of the zone. Tack grabs it there. He goes across to Tommy. Tommy fires it in. It's tipped off of a stick behind the net. They pass around. Hardy's going to pick it up on the near boards here. He circles into the middle, fires it. Goaltender grabs that with their glove and holds on for a whistle. Puck dropped here. Hardy wins that to Silas. Silas shoots it, but it's into some skates. Emmett backhands it to Hardy. Hardy fires it. Goaltender has it, but they don't know where for the whistle. Puck went over. Dean tried to get a backhander in. Silas pinching, pushes it up. Tack gets it there, comes up to Silas. Silas tried chipping it around to Dean, but Mount Selects picks it off. They come all the way into the zone. Tack with it there. He dances around one, but the second one comes in, takes that puck. He's battling him in the corner. He is battling hard here. He gets some support. Hardy's in here battling. They get a 2-on-2 battle. And now the puck comes out. Mount Selects has it. Comes back. Tack still pressuring them. They come around behind the net. They kick it up to their D. Their D has it, but they tried throwing it in low. Picked off there by Hardy. We got numbers if we can skate. Hardy comes in, fires it. Loose puck in front. Oh! Emmett couldn't fire a shot off of that. Mount Selects clears it out. Tack advances it in the neutral zone, but Mount Selects comes through. Good pick up there by Emmett. Grabs that puck, turns it around, gets it to Dean. Dean comes in, fires a shot, and the goaltender covers that up with their glove for a whistle. Gets in here to take this face off deep in the Mount Select zones to the left of their goaltender. He's got Caden on the near boards, James in the middle. Puck is won back. Mount Selects picks it up behind the net. Beckett in there pressures him off of it. He kicks it around. Caden picks it up. He throws it all the way up to Tommy. Tommy advances it down. Now Mount Selects hammers it out. Nico pitchforks it up to Tommy. Tommy battling here. He sees a lane. He comes into the zone. He turns. He's looking for a pass. Now he gets it into the middle off of some skates. James is in there, gets it to Beckett. Beckett shoots, loose puck, and the goalie covers it up before Caden could finish it off. We're going to drop this face off the same way. This time Beckett wins it over to the boards, but Mount Selects grabs it. They come around. They chip it up the far side. They come up to their center. They come to the near side here. They're out wide. Shoot it into Tommy's skates. Now they get it on net. Miko picks it up there. He comes up to James. James gets it out of the zone. Can't advance it. Now Beckett comes in to get it. Beckett comes into the zone. He's got Caden with him. He's going to fire it. Loose puck. Goaltender pulls it back in and covers it up. Puck's going to be dropped to the right of the Mount Selects goaltender this time. Landon in here to take this face off, and it is pushed back toward their defense, and they come around behind the net. They pass it up. They come out. Silas pressures them in the middle there. Puck comes up to Brecken. He comes across to Grayson. Grayson battling in hard here. Pressures him there. But they are able to pick it up, and they come out of the zone. They come across. They're looking around. Good job by Grayson. He gets that over to Brecken. Brecken comes up to the line, but not out. Grayson's up here. Now Brecken gets it with 9 seconds left. We've got numbers developing. Oh! He pushed it just out in front of Grayson's stick into the corner, and that's going to do it for the second period. Third, puck's dropped here. One over to Grayson. Grayson to Silas. He chips it up, but just out of the reach of Landon. Mountain Selects throws it all the way down for an icing. Puck one directly back to Landon. He gets a shot, but it's deflected in front. Puck comes up to Silas. He pushes it in. Brecken fires it, but it is blocked by one of the Mount Select's players. They come around. They push it up. Abby Joe was able to hold it once, but they pop it out into the middle. Silas pushes them back at the blue line. They get a shot wide of the net. Puck comes over. Abby Joe pressures them there. Grayson chips it up. Landon coming in. Tried to get the puck up. Brecken in here pressuring them. Now they come up the near boards. They come across, jump over. They fire it into the netting, but the wrong netting. It's all the way off the backhand, high up into the protective netting. Hardy's going to take this face off deep in the Jag zone to the right of Jack. And puck comes across here. Dean's able to get it up to Emmett. Emmett battling to get it into the zone. He is pressured hard, but he gets it deep into the zone. Now Dean's pressuring him on this side. Puck comes up, and they get it out. They come around, skate past D. Hardy picks it up. They throw it into the middle, picked up there by Miko. He sees a lane, so he's going to come through. He comes into the zone, creates some space, comes into the middle, comes to Emmett. Emmett fires it, loose puck. Miko grabs it. Oh! He fires it just wide. Emmett back to Tech. Tech shoots it, but it's picked off there. Dean picks it up, throws it around behind the net. Hardy with it there. He's circling around. He cuts into the middle, kicks it to Tack. Oh, Tack held it at the line. Emmett pressures them there. They push it up. Now they get it out of the zone. Mount Selects has numbers. They come across to the near side. Miko pressures them into a corner with no shot. Now they come into the middle. Good back check and stick by Hardy to pick that off. Puck comes up that near glass or far glass. Mount Selects pushes it into the middle. Jack with it there. They're hammering away on his stick, so they're taken down for their efforts. Beckett's in here to take this face off deep in the Jag zone to the right of Jack. He eventually wins it over to Tommy. Tommy deals around one, now deals around two. He's got a lane. He comes up. He gets to the red line, but he's knocked off of the puck. Mount Selects has a 2-on-1 coming back. Silas gets just enough of that pass to disrupt it. Puck on the near boards. Now it's into the corner. Mount Selects throws it in the middle. Silas gets a stick on, tips it up. Caden gets it to Silas. Silas clears the zone. Now Mount Selects throws it to the near side and in. Tommy can't quite get it out. Now Beckett gets it up to James. James battling on these boards. Goes past Beckett, but it goes into the Jag zone offsides. I guess they're calling this intentional, so it goes to the Mount Select side of the neutral zone here. Puck comes over to Silas. Silas fires it in deep. Comes all the way around. Caden pressures him into a pass up the far boards. They push it up. Tommy gets it there. Shoots it in. Just stick to side there by one of the Mountain Selects players. Good battle by Caden here. He throws it in front. Comes to Silas. Silas fires it off of the leg pad into the corner. Comes back to James. James tries a backhander but can't get it through. Mount Selects comes up. Tommy's pressuring him up the boards. They have to pull up. They throw it over. Silas grabs it there. He loses it. Mountain Selects gets a backhand, but they can't finish it. Puck into this near corner. James comes back, chips it up to Silas. Silas gets it up to Caden. Caden coming in one-on-one. Oh, he tried to dance around but loses the puck. Beckett pressures him into throwing the puck all the way down the length of the ice. Brecken in here to take this face off. And Mount Selects wins it down below. They come around the net. They're coming across here. They push it into the middle. They are forced wide by Abby Joe, but they come into the – they tried passing across, but Miko gets a stick on it. Abby Joe gets it now, throws it around all the way to the point, but not out. Brecken pressuring them there. They come in. They push it into the middle, and they're able to hammer it home. Landon in here to take this face off at center ice. He pushes it forward, comes into the Mount Select zone. They come up. Abby Joe pinches in to hold it there. Oh, they get a shot off. Great. Brecken throws it in from the sideboards here. It's in deep to the right of Mount Select's goaltender. Puck one forward. They throw it around the far side now. They got numbers coming back. Good job by Grayson coming back. Oh, they skate around the D. They pass it through. Can't connect. Puck comes in. They dance around the D. They shoot it. Tommy's able to get it there. Now it comes up. Brecken is able to clear the zone. Puck comes back to Tommy. Tommy dancing through. Chips it around. Is able to advance it. Now there's a battle. Landon pushes it deeper into their zone, but they come up this near side. It comes to Tack. Tack does a board turn. Is able to get the puck out to Brecken. Brecken comes up. Puck comes back. Tack is able to get it up. Brecken has it here. He fires a backhander. Leg pad save by the goaltender. Mount Selects turns it around. Brecken pressures him there. Puck comes into the corner over here. Comes up. Tack gets a stick on it to disrupt it. Hardy's able to pick it up there. Oh, he loses it. Mountain Selects enters the zone. They come into the middle. They fire it. Leg pad saved by Jack. And they pick up the rebound and go ahead and fire that in. Puck one back to Mount Select's defense there. They come up the near side. They have a breaking man. He's able to come in. Passes it across. Oh, man, that went into his skates instead of on his stick. He was wide open on the back door there. Now they push it back up there. They got a 2-on-1. Abby Joe takes the man in front. They're hammering away at it. Jack's able to make that save with his leg pads. Silas now pushes it up to Hardy on the near boards. He's taken down, but he gets the puck to Emmett. Emmett across to Dean, but it's over his stick. Mountain Selects re-enters the zone. Now they get a shot. Oh, that is kicked up and over the net. Abby Joe in here. She punches that around. Hardy's able to get it there. He's going to go ahead and dance around one. We got a 3-on-2 developing for the Jags. He comes in. He fires it. Oh, blocker save. Emmett picks that up. Tried coming up into the middle, but couldn't. Now Mountain Selects throws that all the way down for an icing. Beckett in here to take this face off. He wins it over to James. Mountain Selects is in there battling for the puck. They come up. They kick it off the boards. They pass it up the far side, but it misses, but goes all the way in. Beckett, Tack battling down there with them. Beckett's able to get the puck. He chips it up to the line, and apparently they hold it. They come back up. James battling here. And Mountain Selects moves it deeper into the zone. Now they come around. Miko's able to chip it up once. Now he tried getting it up a second time but couldn't. He regroups, comes behind the net. Now he chips it up to Caden. Oh, Mountain Selects jumps that pass to push it in deeper. Tack comes behind the net. Puck comes up the far side. Caden pressures him but couldn't get it out of the zone. Nico picks it up there, comes back up to Caden. Caden gets it out of the zone but loses it there. Beckett comes in playing hard, pushes the puck forward. Mountain Selects regrouping. They come across. They got this wide pass down. They come into the middle. They fire it in and just right under the crossbar for Puck dropped here, pushed all the way forward. Tommy battling to get back. He pushes it into the corner. Mountain Selects throws it in the middle. Landon picks it up there. He's got a window. He is taken off of the puck. Silas has it. Landon pushes it up to Silas. Silas is now able to enter the zone. He comes in, fires it. Oh, blocker saved by the goaltender there. They push it around. Comes up. Landon gets it. Comes into the middle, battling through. Gets it over to Brecken. Oh, comes back up. Oh, Silas gets a leg on it. Can't advance it. Grayson picks that pass off. Now he loses it. They're coming back around. Brecken's the only one forechecking here. Now Grayson gets to it in the corner. He tries kicking it forward to Brecken. Brecken has it here. He's trying to wrap around. Puck comes out, and Mount Selects throws it the length of the ice for an icing. Hardy's in here. We are now at run clock time. He's in here for a face-off. He wins it cleanly over to Dean. Dean comes back to tack. He can't get a shot off. He's just able to hold the zone. Now they punch. Mountain Selects punches it out. Now they come up. They tip it, but it is still going to be an icing. And Mount Selects wins that back to their D. They come around behind the net. Good pressure there by Emmett. Oh, but they push it up. They're coming off to the races. Hardy back checking across. Oh, they pass it across, and Jack is up for the task on that one. Hardy wins that puck up, but they get it to their D and fire it in. Jack saves that. They're coming around. They come right into the middle. Emmett stops that play. Mountain Selects battles, pushes it around behind the boards. Abby Jo picks it up here. She punches it up. Hardy's able to chip that up. Dean comes into the zone, disrupts the play. Oh, Hardy just missed picking that puck up. Abby Jo now gets it. She comes into the middle, fires it. Loose puck up top in the middle. Now Hardy gets it. He fires it off of a stick and wide and high. And that's the end of the game.